feel-good way to start your day in a brand new week. Thank you so much for connecting with us in the Start Your Day Positive podcast. Hey, good morning. I am Len.
And I am Sarah. Thanks for sharing your morning with us. Hey, you know what? I had a great weekend. My daughter texted me, and she's shopping for something, and she wanted to know if I knew any way to get coupons. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like the coupon queen, or try to be. And I gave her this tip of a new way I just found to see if something has a coupon, and I'm going to share it with you in today's episode. I mean, we all like saving money, right?
We love saving money, and the coupon game has changed over time,
yeah.
And so that sounds really, really good.
All right, well, let's get today started with a positive thought. This one is from one of my favorite actresses, Lucy Ball. I used to love that show, I Love Lucy. My mom always loved I Love Lucy.
Yeah.
But she said keeping busy and making optimism a way of life can restore your faith in yourself.
Oh, that's really good.
So take it from Lucy.
Lucy. All right. Well, let's get going here. A lot's happening that we want to share with you. 3 things your friends and family might be talking about today.
Well, Michael, the new biopic about Michael Jackson, is moonwalking past the competition at the box office. The film pulled in a massive $97 million in the U.S. and $217 million worldwide in its opening weekend, making it the biggest debut ever for a biopic. It's also the second biggest opening of the year, trailing only the Super Mario Galaxy movie. On the movie review site Rotten Tomatoes, critics gave the film a 38, which is a big splat, but fans loved it. Moviegoers gave Michael a 97.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I've ever seen such a wide spread between what critics say and what fans say. That's incredible, isn't it?
That's incredible, because I've only seen, it's like one person on my Facebook timeline said it was amazing, and they loved it and said you should go see it. So that's all I've heard, and that fans love it. I mean, I want to go see it.
Well, the one thing that is I've heard, and this is obvious, it's like, yeah, obviously, but I hear, because they had to redo the music, I hear the soundtrack is phenomenal, which obviously that would make sense, but that's a cool aspect of it. If you love those songs, if you grew up on those songs, you're going to hear a lot of those songs if you go to the movie.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. I mean, yeah. So I don't know. So it's big over the weekend.
Has Noah's Ark been found? A discovery high on Mount Ararat is sparking fresh buzz around the Bible's biggest mystery, or one of the Bible's biggest mysteries. Using ground-penetrating radar, a team claims they've detected underground corridors and cavities that line up with the biblical description of the ark's size. And then soil samples from inside the formation have shown higher organic content than the surrounding area, which could suggest human activity there. This is the site they've been looking at since the 1950s for Noah's Ark, but they keep finding more and more. Now, important to note, it's still unproven. They're just looking at it, but the team hopes to send a robotic device underground to explore those open spaces further. For now, it's another intriguing discovery that's sparking fresh conversation around the Bible's most famous story, or at least one of the most famous stories.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, we're not going to go to Turkey. We're just going to go to Kentucky for our listener trip to the Noah's Ark there.
I know. We always tell people that it's worthwhile to go down to Kentucky to see.
Yes.
It's called the Ark Encounter, and it's a life-size replica of the Ark. And you go inside, and they take you through, their interpretation of what it could have looked like and different things. It's very high caliber and worth it.
I always say the best thing I can tell people, because it shocks them, and we've been there a number of times on listener trips. We're bringing like 200 people, of course, this coming December, but it is Disney quality. It really is.
It is. I mean, it honestly surprised me the first time I was there how high end it was. It was really good. And for the first time in a long time, cereal boxes are bringing back a little childhood magic. Toys inside. Kellogg says it's teaming up with Disney and Pixar for a special promotion tied to Toy Story 5. Limited edition boxes of Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, and Corn Pops hit shelves Well, they hit shelves yesterday, each with a collectible plastic toy shaped like characters from Toy Story 5. It's a throwback to the old days when breakfast cereal came with a surprise. And digging through the box before pouring the milk made breakfast cereal extra special. I mean,
I grew up in the golden age of toys inside cereals. At least I think I did.
I still remember sticking my whole hand inside, digging around, trying to find the toy.
Right. Yeah, I would like push the ends so it would get wide in the middle and just kind of shake it. Oh, I think that's the corner of a piece of plastic.
Yes, and remember when we used to read the back of a cereal box? That was entertainment.
Yeah, there were mazes and puzzles back there. I will say this. I took the liberty of looking up some of the best prizes ever in cereal boxes.
Ooh.
Here, according to people that track this sort of things, are the best of the best, okay? 1974, Super Sugar Crisp had a real yo-yo that also functioned as a whistle and a puzzle.
That's nice.
It ranks as one of the best all-time ones. Alphabet cereal, this is in the early 80s, they had terrariums in there, little plastic containers with seeds, and you took them out and you could grow a mini garden.
That's wild.
Here's one you might remember because I know Cocoa and Fruity Pebbles. That was one of your favorite cereals. You always tell me. And this is a late 80s promotion. Do you remember this? Color-changing dinosaurs. Dip them in cold water and they change colors.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that one? Okay. A couple of others. Honeycomb cereal. They actually had, and this is in the late 80s, early 90s, they actually had digital watches in the cereal box, and they worked. They were plastic digital watches, and they worked. Yeah.
Wow. I remember digging through the boxes. I don't remember any of the options, though.
These are the best. These are the best of the best. And then Chex cereal, corn and rice Chex. I don't usually picture them in the prize game.
No.
But they did this thing where they did this spy series, and one of the things they had in there was an invisible ink pen. You remember invisible ink pens you could write, and then you put lemon juice or something on it. Yeah, so that was, as a kid, an invisible ink pen. That's pretty cool.
That's so funny. I still like Chex today. That's my go-to cereal.
Yeah, I don't mind Chex at all if they put some prizes in there.
They need to bring back prizes. I'm telling you, that would sell more cereal.
I'm pumped because I'm on a Frosted Flakes kick right now. I get on Frosted Flake kicks.
Yeah.
And so it's perfect for me because I'm going to look for one of those specially marked boxes.
There you go.
I'm going to get my Toy Story characters.
Don't let what you see in the news bring you down. There's hope and faith and good people all around. I see the best in you. I see a glass half full. Keep it positive with Len and Sarah.
Just makes me laugh. Gets my day going.
It's great to listen to it in the morning before going to work and just get positive sayings and encouragement stories, knowing that your day will get better.
Len and Sarah are hilarious. You guys crack me up. and you're super positive. You brighten the day.
I have to tell you, I was at a party this weekend and I was talking with a group of my friends, and one of them had mentioned, oh, we just went looking for hot tubs today and I put a down payment on a hot tub. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, where did you get it? She told me where she got it. And I was like, okay, I know you just put $100 down, but do me a favor. Tomorrow, go to Northeast Factory Direct because I want you to see the hot tubs they have there at Northeast Factory Direct. They have so many, and you can save a lot of money there. And she was like, oh my goodness, I forgot they had hot tubs. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yes.
They just decided on a whim that they're going to be getting a hot tub. And it's so funny because we were joking. She's a 3-quote girl. She always says that. She always says, that's my rule of thumb. If I'm getting stuff done to my home, I get 3 quotes. If I get something here, I always get 3 quotes. And she's like, this is the first time I didn't do that, Sarah. I need to look at 3 different places. And I was like, well, make sure Northeast Factory Direct is on your list because, I mean, they have everything from hot tubs to swim spas, like huge, big swim spas. And that was one of the first things they started selling years ago was the hot tubs. So they know their stuff when it comes to that. So I had to throw that out there and tell everyone this morning. I love the 3-quote rule too. And at Northeast Factory Direct, they actually encourage you to shop around Go look at other things, compare, and then come back to us, and you'll see we really have great prices and great products.
You are such a good friend. That was good advice. Northeast Factory Direct. Stop by one of the locations: Cleveland, Euclid, Macedonia, North Canton. The website will direct you to the one nearest you. It's northeastfactorydirect.com.
Whoa, tick-tock, woo, time goes so fast. It happened today, let's remember.
Well, today is April 27th, and we're taking you back in time.
Hey, this is very interesting. We always go back in time. This was the beginning of it. According to one noted scientist, the very first thing that ever happened in history happened on this day. German astronomer Johann Kepler calculated that on April 27th, 4977 BC, the world was created. He based this on calculations using math, astronomy, and biblical chronology. And so this was the start of it all, according to Kepler. He was a smart guy. He is the one that discovered that planets orbit the sun in an ellipse. NASA named one of their most powerful telescopes after him. And there's a large crater on the moon that's named after Kepler, too. And so he's a big guy. And he says, when I do the math and look at the Bible, I think it all started in 4977 BC on April the 27th.
Wow. Even to come up with that, you have to be crazy smart.
Hey, he could be wrong. And like you said, just to come up with it,
right,
it just blows you away.
In 1981, the computer mouse was demonstrated to the public for the first time. It was originally called the cursor control device, then the position control device. But it kind of looks like a mouse, so that's what stuck.
I like mouse, don't you?
I like mouse, yes.
Hand me that cursor control device. Could you imagine computers without a mouse, though?
So I just have a touchpad on my computer. I don't have a mouse.
You don't plug a mouse into that laptop? You just use... Boy, I've never gotten the hang of that.
Oh, really?
No, it's so hard for me.
So I haven't used a mouse in years.
Are you kidding me?
No. Huh. No, I just use the touchpad on my Mac.
I just figured you had the laptop there, a mouse, and probably a book on your lap for the mouse. I didn't, Remember you used to do that?
Yep.
All right. Hey, one more thing. Today is National Morse Code Day to honor the birthday of the inventor Samuel Morse. Of course, Morse code uses a series of dots and dashes to represent letters. But here's the thing. It was the only way to send messages long distances before the phone and radio. If you had to get a message to somebody of importance, you had to use Morse code. I thought, in honor of Samuel Morse, it would be fun to play a Morse code game today, if you don't mind.
Okay. I've always wanted to play a Morse game.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a message in Morse code.
Oh,
okay. I have an app that you can do this. Okay,
you do?
So I do. I'll tell people about it in a moment because this can actually be a fun game.
Okay.
Like if you want to send a secret message to someone, it encodes and decodes. So I could do something in Morse code, send it to you, and if you have the website, you can decode it and see what it says.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun. Okay, so here's what we'll do. I'm going to play this message right now in Morse code, and then if you don't know what it is, maybe you can detect it in Morse code, but I doubt it. And then you can ask me 3 questions to help you decipher the code. I'm going to give you the category, too. The category is going to be Sarah's favorite movies.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you know me well enough. You probably know what movies I like.
You got a handful of them. All right, so first of all, listen. Here's the Morse code.
Ooh, okay.
It's kind of long, isn't it?
It's kind of long.
Okay, what movie? Do you want to guess or do you want to ask your 3 questions first?
Okay, I asked my 3 questions. Year did this movie come out?
I don't know. Let me look, okay?
Oh.
Let me look. Hold on. I don't have everything about the movie. Let me see.
Oh, well, I thought that's how I would figure.
All right. Well, no, that was a fair question. I just wasn't prepared.
Well, I don't know.
I'm checking right now.
If it's a long time ago, that knocks out some newer things.
Oh, I see, because I do know you like some older movies. This movie is 2001.
2001. Okay.
You have 2 more questions.
Okay. Is the lead character of this movie a woman?
I don't have to look that up. The lead character of this movie is a woman.
Okay.
Okay. You get one more question, Sarah.
Does the lead woman in this movie hand her professor a pink scented resume?
That's mighty specific for your third question.
But I'm rolling with it.
Okay, the correct answer to that question is yes. So based on the Morse code and your three questions, what movie was that in Morse code?
Legally Blonde.
Correct. That is correct. You probably knew it from the Morse code.
I probably knew it from the Morse code, yeah.
All right, so when someone asks you how you're doing, what do you say? This isn't a big deal, but it does kind of set the mood for a conversation, and you can fall into habits. So, how you doing? You might say good. You might say not bad. You might say busy. Or a classic dad approach is, if I were any better, I'd be twins. Right. I don't think you've ever said that.
I've never said that.
Okay. Well, I ran across this very positive response from a post on TikTok. I want to see how you feel about this one.
10 out of 10. When somebody asks how you're doing, say 10 out of 10. I asked my buddy's dad, who is the head of sales at a pharmaceutical company, for one piece of advice. And he said, when somebody asks how you're doing, you say 10 out of 10. It makes so much sense. When somebody asks how you're doing, you always say good, fine, all right. Be different. Give off a better vibration. Don't leave room for interpretation. Say I'm 10 out of 10. People are going to hear this and they're going to want to work with you. They're going to want to be with you. They're going to want to be friends with you. It's very important to be an optimist instead of a pessimist. And that's why when somebody asks you how you're doing, you say 10 out of 10.
So has this guy been reading my mail? I do say this. No, it is popular right now to say this, but I just posted a video the other day because I think it's fun to say 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I posted, well, mine was a little bit different. Mine was, these are my 5 favorite Walmart items. These are 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, right. It doesn't get better than 10 out of 10.
But I say it all the time. I'm like, these are 10 out of 10. These are so
right.
awesome.
So I'm going to try that. I like different things like that. And I know everybody listening right now, you might not be able to bring yourself to do 10 out of 10. But for those who will try, and I hope a lot of you will try, just the next time someone asks you how you're doing, just say, 10 out of 10.
I do feel like saying that for that answer is the equivalent of if I'd be any better, I'd be twins.
You think it has that vibe?
It kind of feels like that vibe.
We'll see. I'll let you know. I'll report back, okay?
Yeah. Fill up with the good stuff, cause we good stuff. There's never enough, so you can be aware and care and share and make your world a better place. Positive with Lynn and Sarah.
Are you in a situation where you don't have health benefits? It's just too expensive for the coverage. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast partner, Liberty Health Share. It's not insurance. It's different. Members think it's better. A Christian organization where members share the cost of each other's healthcare needs with an affordable monthly contribution. Wes Humble is Liberty's executive director of ministry.
Liberty has been great because, from an inside perspective, first of all, we keep Christ first. And that's not just a saying. That's not at the top level, executive meetings, whatever. It's the only place that I know of that's in medical processing, billing, taking care of needs that has lowered cost. And that's happening. And then there's always some story that follows of how something happened and Liberty was there. People had no way of getting through. They couldn't afford insurance. They didn't know if something bad was about to happen. They click into Liberty Health Share, and then it happens. And they realize that this works, and that people I don't even know are going to help pay these medical bills.
Thank you, Wes. And I mean, the timing couldn't be better for a ministry like Liberty, and that's why it's working so well. If you're in that situation where healthcare is a big concern and there's no possible way you could afford it on your own, it's not provided through your work, you're an entrepreneur, you own your own business, Liberty is a great solution. Why don't you go to the website, start to do the research, and I think you'll find it's a program that will be perfect for you. It's libertyhealthshare.org, libertyhealthshare.org. Proud to have them as a partner of the Start Your Day Positive podcast.
So my daughter texted me this weekend. She's out on her own now, asking me if I knew how to get a Kohl's coupon, which honestly, there's always a Kohl's coupon, right? And I was like, yes, don't buy anything without a coupon.
Yes.
But it came to me that not everybody might know the tips and tricks. I've been on a saving money kick for years. If I buy something online, I always try to find a coupon first. Where is it the best price? All of that good stuff. But I shared this with her, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll share this with everyone. You may not know that ChatGPT can help you find promo codes now. So I just put in ChatGPT, hey, I want to buy something at Kohl's right now. Where can I find the best promo codes? Can you make sure I'm getting the best deal? Something like that. And it came back and said, yes, here, try this 15% promo code, or try this one. Also, remember at Kohl's, you can stack your rewards, clearance pricing, percentage of a coupon. So make sure you're doing that. And it told you how to stack. And they told you about Kohl's Cash and all of that. And then it also told you, hey, and just so you know, you can also save up to 15% if you sign up for their emails. And if you order more than $50, it'll give you free shipping. And if you do this, which is great when you want to know, especially she was making a little bit of a bigger purchase.
Yes.
How could I ultimately save the most money? So that's my little quick tip for you today. You can use it for any brand or type of something that you're looking for. Where's the best price I can find on this?
Can I tell you something about that? It's interesting that you're bringing that up today. That's wonderful about the coupons, because I had to make a pretty expensive purchase for my son-in-law. It's his birthday, and I wanted to get him a new battery for his tools. He has Greenworks yard tools, and so as a result, a blower and a weed whacker and all that, you need a good battery. And so I knew they were pretty expensive, and so I thought, wait a minute, I'm not going to just go to the places I normally shop. I'm going to go, like you said, to ChatGPT, and I'm going to say, where can I get the best price on this battery? And you know what? Every place, and I mean every place you could buy it, it was between $130 and $150, except one. Except one place had it for $89.
Oh my goodness.
Right, and it was a legit store. It's one I go to all the time. They had a special on it. Boom, boom. I go to the website. Chad actually said, I would go now because when supplies are gone. And I went there. I got that $150 battery for $89, doing just what you said.
That's so great. Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh, it feels so good to save money. Now you feel like once he opens it, you
right.
Oh my goodness. So you can't tell him that, but you will feel like you want to say, I saved so much money.
No, just the opposite. I want the opposite. I want him to think, wow, you spent $150 on that.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
My mom used to tease me because I would always, if someone would say, oh, I like your outfit, I'd be like, I got it at Walmart. It was only $5. She's like, don't tell people that. Just let them think it's expensive. I'm like, I know. I can't be like that. I'm always like, it was such a deal.
Money. That's you. That's you.
Well, I hope you have an awesome day today. Just remember, we'll be right back here tomorrow morning with a brand new episode to help you start the day off in the right way. And if you're loving the podcast, I was with someone this weekend and they said, I have to remember to leave a review because I love your podcast so much. And I was like, yes, please. If you have a minute to leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere, and you're loving the podcast, it does mean so much. Helps the podcast reach more people when Apple knows you love it. So if you could do that for us, greatly appreciated, and have an awesome day.
Let's wrap up our podcast with a prayer. It was fun. Earlier we talked about telling people when they ask how you're doing that, hey, I'm a 10 out of 10. And that's a wonderful mindset. It's a big part of what our podcast is all about, and it all connects, of course, with our faith. And so let's pray in that direction because of that conversation earlier today. Lord, thank you for this day. Even when life isn't perfect, you call us to live with joy and with gratitude and with confidence in you. Help us to choose joy so we can say we're a 10 out of 10, not because everything is easy, but because we know that you're good. And we know that you promise us that all things work together for good to those that love you and are called according to your purposes. So fill our hearts with your strength and your peace and your enthusiasm for life. Let our attitude reflect your goodness in everything we do today so that we can be a blessing to those around us. May the joy of the Lord truly be our strength and make us a 10 out of 10. In Jesus' name, amen.